Are we surprised yet? Nope! I don't know about you, but in 1 year, where I simultaneously worked 3 jobs to make ends meet, I paid more in taxes than he did in a decade. In 1 year! But, of course, his cultists are now saying he donated a majority of his paycheck. Let's break this down. It was said in 2017 that Trump donated his $400,000 presidential income to help the Departments of Interior rebuild cemeteries for war vets. First of all, having to bury and buy a headstone for a person, I could totally see where all of this money would go because death is really expensive, y'all. And so, this Trump paycheck fact that was shared thousands of times was later revealed to be a lie. Shocker. The math didn't add up, as Trump actually donated to other causes, some of which did include Veterans Affairs, but for rehabilitation programs, not for military cemeteries. For whatever reason, they lied about that. And maybe you're thinking, who cares, he still donated, to which I will say, sort of. He donated partially to vets, but as the accredited Snopes website says in reference to a Washington Post article, some of the initiatives President Trump donated to were at certain stages of development or did not yet exist at the time he made his contribution. Did not exist. And all of this to also say this is in the years of his presidency. Okay, he donated his salary, but let's take a look at his golf trips to Mar-a-Lago, a golf course he himself owns and still makes money off of. Trump has spent an estimated $141 million on his 279 trips since his inauguration. That's approximately $35,250,000 of your taxpayer dollars. And in the last decade, he's only paid $750 of that bill. That is just the Mar-a-Lago trips alone. Also, he didn't forgo his salary all of those years he wasn't president. Well, that's because he had a lot of business failures. Then he shouldn't be leading a country in business. He's a con artist, and anyone saying he's a genius is falling for a very thinly veiled con. Anyway, I got another heavy week ahead of me, so a couple of things before we get into those entertainment pairings. I am currently in the running for a few very exciting projects, so I won't be able to post these videos on a daily basis anymore. Instead, I'm going to try and make Game Room a weekly show with longer segments. Hopefully, they'll be longer. We'll see. And if you want to help out, please hit me up. I would be more than happy to have other people doing segments on here and would love to have your shining faces right on this camera so I don't have to keep editing my own while taking a closer look at my luxurious facial hair. Send me those tips, ideas, or videos and I'll edit them right away to be released here on Mondays. And with that, let's get you those entertainment pairings to go along with your weekly anxieties. I'm Katie, and this is my Game Room. First up is a movie released on Netflix last Friday, Enola, Holmes, with some Netflix stars including Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things and Henry Cavill from The Witcher. Not Superman, never Superman. This movie's already off to a great start. The basic idea is that Sherlock Holmes has a younger sister named Enola, who has to investigate a sudden disappearance of her mother. This movie is delightful, quirky, and if you're into Fleabag, it's very much in the same style, although way more innocent. And directed by Harry Bradbeer, known for directing Fleabag as well. Cavill's Sherlock is admittedly way different than any Holmes we've ever seen, but good for you, Henry, for taking a risk and showing some emotions. Shocking that he went that direction, but it kinda works. Apart from Henry Cavill's interpretation of Sherlock Holmes, I'd say this movie really hits the spot. Enola Holmes is only available on Netflix. Before we get into today's video game suggestion, I have to let you know about Among Us in VR, available for free in Rec Room. Yes, it is a mod, yes, it is pretty buggy, and yes, it's still pretty fun. Unless you play with Robo Blabo, the lying cheat.
It's yellow for sure, by the way.
What? Wait, what?
I've been the
Rob, why did you do this? Rob, no!
Come here.
Oh, I'm voting for you, Rob. It is so you. You trickster! No. No! No! No, it's not me! It's not me!
Today's video game suggestion hails from Justin Roiland, aka one of the creators of Rick and Morty. Mark and I were exploring the possibilities of investing in a Quest 2 because, let's be real, I'm over the wires. By the way, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on Oculus Quest 2, whether it's the spawn of Facebook Satan, suspicious that it's only $100 more than the Go, or just a slam-in deal to get people into VR. Let me know. Anyway, during that research mission, Mark stumbles upon a box of Accounting VR and starts to laugh because he thinks that sounds like the most boring game in the universe. Oh, no, 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 my friend. This is by far the most bonkers game out there. This is one of those games I would have thrown out for but here we are. This game is meta, horrifying, violent, and if you weren't high before, you'll probably be high by the end of this game. It's a trip. I couldn't truly describe this game, but if you're around for Conker's Bad Fur Day, this feels very similar. If you were on acid. I've never been on acid before, but after this game, I feel like I have a good feeling what acid is like. Accounting Plus VR is available on PSVR, Oculus Quest, Oculus Rift, Valve Index, and HTC Vive. And lastly, if you haven't already, I recommend defriending Trump followers on social media. Look, I know we are all trying to be the bigger person here for a hot minute, but here's the point. You no longer have a difference of opinion. You have a difference of morality. So stop trying to talk sense or have civil discourse. At the end of the day, we know how this is going to go. Meme-geddon! I'm not having a conversation when one or both sides is spouting out catchphrases and meme logic. So save yourself the stress and just unfriend and unfollow. It does wonders. Alrighty y'all, that's it for this week. Please stay home, stay safe, wear a mask, and I'll see you next time, right here in my game room. Hold for burp.